Wabi Sabi walls are more than just a design choice, they are a celebration of imperfection and the beauty of time's gentle touch. Instead of aiming for flawless, machine-made finishes, Wabi Sabi embraces irregular textures, subtle color variations, and the raw honesty of natural wear. This philosophy comes from Japan, where age, weathering, and organic imperfection are signs of life well lived. In a Wabi Sabi wall, cracks, patina, and uneven brushstrokes are not mistakes, they are poetry in form. These marks tell stories of sunlight streaming through a window for years, of hands brushing past a corner, of seasons changing outside. By allowing walls to age naturally or by applying layered paint techniques, we create surfaces that feel authentic and grounded. They are walls that invite you to touch, to look closer, and to appreciate the passage of time. Think of Wabi Sabi walls as living canvases, changing, evolving, and quietly teaching us to find beauty in simplicity, imperfection, and impermanence. They are not static, but alive in their own subtle way. Texture is the language of Wabi Sabi walls. Each brush stroke, each rough patch, and each matte surface has something to say. Unlike sleek, modern finishes, Wabi Sabi textures invite light to dance differently across the surface, creating shadows that shift with the day. You might see layered plaster, lime wash, or hand-mixed pigments, materials that naturally create depth and irregularity. These aren't just decorative choices, they're invitations to slow down and notice the smallest details. The beauty lies in how these textures interact with time. A soft scuff from moving furniture, or the way moisture slightly alters the tone in one area, becomes part of the wall's evolving story. Nothing stays perfectly uniform, and that's exactly the point. When designing Wabi Sabi walls, the aim isn't to control every outcome, it's to create a foundation for nature, life, and time to add their own artistry. This is what makes each wall uniquely yours. Color in Wabi Sabi design is never loud or overly saturated. Instead, it leans toward earthy tones, muted beiges, warm grays, soft browns, and hints of clay or sand. These colors feel grounded, helping create an atmosphere of calm and gentle warmth. Nature is the inspiration here. Imagine the faded color of a river stone, the soft brown of dried autumn leaves, or the pale gray of weathered driftwood. These are hues that soothe rather than demand attention. When paired with textured finishes, these colors gain depth and richness. A wall painted with a lime wash in a warm beige may look lighter in the morning and deeper at night, shifting gracefully with the light. In Wabi Sabi, color is not meant to overwhelm, it's meant to quietly complement the imperfections and textures, creating a harmony that feels timeless and deeply human. Layering is one of the most powerful techniques for creating Wabi Sabi walls. Instead of applying a single coat of paint, multiple layers are built up, each one adding subtle depth, variation, and richness to the surface. This process makes the wall feel alive and textured. Some layers might be applied thinly, almost translucent, allowing the colors underneath to peek through. Others might be thicker, creating an uneven surface that catches light in surprising ways. Over time, these layers will naturally shift and change. Sunlight might fade certain spots, while others darken due to the environment. Rather than seeing these changes as flaws, Wabi Sabi embraces them as the wall's evolving personality. Layering is not about achieving perfection, it's about building a visual history. Each brushstroke, each patch of color, and each irregularity is a chapter in a story that unfolds slowly, year after year. In most modern design, Imperfections are hidden or fixed. But in Wabi Sabi, they are the heart of the beauty. A small crack in the plaster, a slightly uneven paint application, or a faded patch is not something to cover up, it's something to honor. These imperfections remind us that nothing lasts forever, and that change is part of life's natural flow. Instead of resisting that truth, Wabi Sabi encourages us to embrace it. When you look at a Wabi Sabi wall, you see the fingerprints of time. You see signs of living, of weather, of seasons passing. It's an authentic beauty that can't be replicated by machines or mass production. The next time you see a slightly chipped corner or an uneven paint line, don't rush to cover it. Pause, take a moment, and see if it might actually make the space feel more human and soulful. Wabi Sabi walls aren't just about technique, they're also about the right tools and materials. Natural brushes, sponges, and trowels help create irregular textures that feel organic rather than mechanical. For paint, traditional lime wash, clay paint, or mineral-based pigments are often chosen. These materials naturally produce variation in tone and texture, and they age gracefully over time. The choice of material also affects the way light interacts with the wall. Matte finishes, for example, diffuse light softly, while slightly rough surfaces can create shadows and highlights that shift throughout the day. When you work with natural, imperfect tools and materials, you're already halfway to creating a wall that speaks the language of Wabi Sabi, subtle, humble, and deeply connected to nature. Light transforms Wabi Sabi walls in ways that are almost magical. Because of their textured surfaces, light doesn't just bounce uniformly, it dances, creating soft shadows and gentle highlights that change throughout the day. Morning light might bring out warm tones, while evening shadows deepen the textures, making the walls feel richer and more layered. This ever-changing quality is part of the beauty of Wabi Sabi. Artificial lighting can also be used to enhance this effect. Warm, diffused light sources can bring out subtle variations in color and texture that you might not notice in daylight. Rather than seeing the wall as a static backdrop, think of it as an interactive surface, one that responds to light, shadow, and the passing hours in a quiet, poetic way. Wabi Sabi design blurs the line between indoors and outdoors. The textures, colors, and finishes often take inspiration from natural landscapes, earth, stone, wood, and weathered surfaces. Bringing elements of nature indoors isn't just about visual harmony. It's about creating a space that feels calm, grounded, and connected to the rhythms of the earth. For example, a wall with a muted, sandy texture might echo the tones of a nearby garden path, while soft, stone-gray paint can mirror the color of river rocks. This connection makes the space feel organic and unified. When your walls carry the influence of nature, they don't just look beautiful, they help create a deeper emotional connection between you, your home, and the world outside. Patina is the gentle aging process that adds richness and depth to a surface over time. In Wabi Sabi walls, patina is not just accepted, it's celebrated. It can appear as subtle changes in color, fine hairline cracks, or areas where the paint looks softer and more worn. Each of these changes tells a story about the wall's life and the moments it has witnessed. You can create patina naturally by letting time do the work, or you can mimic it with special paint techniques, layering, and distressing methods. Whether natural or crafted, patina gives Wabi Sabi walls their soulful character, a reminder that beauty is often found in what's aged, weathered, and imperfect. Wabi Sabi walls are not meant to be kept pristine. They are meant to be lived with, to change with the seasons, and to bear the marks of your daily life. This philosophy invites you to let go of the need for control. A scuff mark from moving a chair, a slight discoloration from sunlight, these become part of your home's unique story. Living with Wabi Sabi walls means appreciating them for what they are in each moment, knowing that they will never look exactly the same tomorrow. In the end, these walls teach us to embrace impermanence and to find beauty in the perfectly imperfect, a lesson that extends far beyond design and into life itself.